Jai Hind, myself Neha Singh, Assistant Professor from Subharti University. Today I am here to give a lecture on the topic design tools. Fashion sketching tools. Picking the right tool is key to making a perfect fashion sketch. Design tools are essential to any designer because they are the tools of our trade. Our visual communications need to have clarity, a level of professionalism and the means to convey our design message clearly to the viewers. A fashion designer is supposed to draw a design, a creative design with the help of design tools on the piece of paper. Leathers, fabrics and materials need to be rendered to give an accurate impression of the surface quality and finish. With the help of designing fashion sketching tools only, a designer represents his design with the help of colors, with the help of pencil. So these are the sketching tools. Now as you can see, there is a list of fashion sketching tool. The first tool is Fashionary, second one is drawing pencil, third pencil sharpeners and erasers, fourth one is fine black pens, fifth one is watercolor sets, sixth is markers, seventh is colored pens, colored pencils and eighth is brushes. So these are the list of fashion sketching tool kit which we are going to discuss now. First is Fashionary. Fashionary is a term which is derived by adding three words, that is fashion plus dictionary plus diary. Fashionary sketchbooks are combined with extensive fashion information and figure templates. Fashionary is most well known for its fashion sketching. The name Fashionary comes from, as I have told you, fashion plus dictionary plus diary. The templates are barely visible, which makes it easy to sketch the designs over them. The Fashionary formula includes 20% of fashion dictionary plus 80% of figure templates, means it has more figure templates than fashion dictionary. The classic Fashionary collection with dark grey covers comes in women's and men's edition in two sizes, A4 and A5. According to the sizes, A4 is larger size and A5 is very handy. So when it comes to intricate design, we should use A4 size, and when it comes to doodling or sketching with the help of pencil only, then we have to use A5 size. Now the next tool is drawing pencil. As you must have seen some H and B's written on the back of or the side of the pencil, which indicates H for hardness and B for blackness. H, HB, 2B and 4B are great for sketching basic outlines. The few brands which we talk about pencil are Faber-Castell, Tombow, Mono and Utrecht. Now the next tool is the same as drawing pencil, graphite ebony pencil, graphite pencil. They are like the regular pencils only, sheeted in wood. Ebony pencil can be all lead with just a plastic coating. So they are of two types. We can buy the lead from outside, or they are casted in wooden pencil only. All of these leads are delicate. However, if you drop them, they will break and it will be difficult to sharpen them, and the lead will continue to break all the way down the shaft of the pencil. These are also called mechanical pencils. Again, these come in H for hard and B for soft designations. In next slide you can see the variety of pencils. Here are 2B pencil, 4B pencil, graphite pencil and ebony pencils. Next tool is pencil sharpeners and erasers. These are the very basic tools of fashion illustration or fashion art. Without them, the art or the sketching is not possible without the eraser or without the sharpener. It is very important to draw fine lines to keep pencil sharp we have to use a metal sharpener rather than a plastic one. This is a tip or a suggestion. As for erasers, we can use a Staedtler eraser, Pink Pearl eraser. So these are the few brands of erasers. Next tool is fine black pens. For fine tuning or fine outlining, or when we have to show some intricacy in the designs, then we have to use black pens. Suppose we have to draw a illustration of a lehenga, then we have to use fine black pens or micro tip pens, colored pens. Black pen is suggested basically for the outline of any garment, or doing very intricate Indian art or any Madhubani art. So we can use black pens. For fine tuning and adding detailed work to sketches such as drawing prints and patterns, we can use Faber-Castell 8 Pitt artist pens in black as shown below in the PPT. Pilot drawing pens are also a nice alternative. We can use pilot pens also in a sketching or while creating any design art. Now the next tool is very important when it comes to color fashion sketches, that is watercolor set. Watercolor is excellent for blended colors achieved by applying colors over clear water. Before using watercolors, you should know the basic technique of using watercolor. First, on a paper, you have to first apply water. After then take in a brush, take a tint of color whichever you want. And watercolor is a transparent or translucent type of color. Prefer pans to tubes since you do not need to color large areas. In fashion sketching, unlike painting, we don't have to use large areas or the canvases. We can use portable pen colors. Instead of that tubes, we have to open it and then close it and then squeeze the color on the palette. So it's better to use water cake colors or pen colors. Pens also enable us to easily access the colors you want without having to put down your brush and open a tube of paint and squeeze, as I have mentioned it before. Both gouache and watercolors mix with water. Gouache colors are the opaque colors which we call them poster colors. So these are also come under watercolor set. They can also be applied with the help of water, the poster colors, and watercolors give the look of transparent colors when we have to draw some sheer fabrics which is transparent in nature. We can use watercolors, and when it comes to some velvet fabric or some hard fabric, we can use opaque color, that is poster color or gouache colors. These paints used to create washes. Experiment with both types of colors, and which is suitable for your design, you can use any. Practice blending the ratio of water of your paints. See, watercolor, you can get mastery in using watercolor by the help of practice. The more you practice, the more mastery you can get. So gouache and watercolor paints are very difficult, but they can be used together in your rendering. Inks pen or ink colors can also be used. It will give a brighter look to your sketching, to your artwork. After sketching with pencil, you can apply watercolor to your designs. To get paint from a pen, use a brush to pick up a color, then put it on your palette and mix it with variety of colors. But you just need to wash a brush before applying the next color, because watercolors, the colors mix easily, then the colors that you want to put on the sheet misses out or fade out. In the next slide, as you can see, there are some illustrations of watercolor illustrations from watercolor pancakes. So you can make the same illustration with the help of watercolors. Next tool is marker. Fashion markers combine well with other media such as pencils, ink pens and graphite. Markers are used when you have to draw some illustration, some artwork in a speedy manner, then we can use marker. They also come in variety of shapes, variety of sizes, variety of colors. There are different types of markers. Each manufacturer uses different chemicals that act as a coloring agent. Before you buy any marker, test it. We have to test whether it is dry, or you should check before buying if that it should not be dried out. Most markers are compatible. There are options to refill. They come with the inks. So these are the some basic tips you should know before buying any marker sets. Remember to always put the cap back tightly after use, and keep markers out of the reach of children because they are toxic in nature. Their chemical is very harmful. If swollen, then it is very hazardous. So in next slide we can see some sketches drawn out of marker colors. Markers and stationery panels are used to illustrate a series of dire autumn winter 2014 gowns that showcase front and side views. These templates enable you to see all of the dire collection details including outfits, bags and shoes. Now the next tool is colored pencil. They are easier to handle, they are easier to use than those of watercolors or poster colors. Colored pencils are a dry medium that are easy to use and relatively cheap. It's difficult to color large areas with them. As I have said, it is easier, but when it comes to large surface area drawing, then we should avoid using pencil colors. We should use instead watercolors or opaque colors or the bold tip marker pens. Suggested using brands are like Staedtler and Faber-Castell. These are the two brands that are popular, Staedtler and Faber-Castell. There are three types that you will need. There are three types of colored pencils. First, those have hard leads. Second, the kind that have soft leads. And the third, the type that are watercolor based. Like if you apply colored pencil on the sheet, then afterwards with the help of brush and water, you can blend them in watercolor also. Harder leads in the pencil will give you a crisper line quality, and when it comes to soft edges, you can use soft lead pencils in the rendering process. Now the next tool is, which is very important, very essential in drawing, that is brushes. Brushes also comes in various sizes, various size 0 to size 12. Also in shapes, they come in basically two types, rounded and flat sketching. So you should have proper knowledge when to use flat brushes and when to use round brushes. These are usually the best. They last longest without becoming permanently stained or losing their shape. See, when we use colors, they are for long lasting purpose, and when we use pencil, sometimes they fade away. So these are the drawbacks of pencil drawing, pencil doodling, pencil sketching. So or when we have to give a 3D look to any design, then we have to use colors only, because it gives a shape, it gives a 3D nature applying colors on the sheet. With the proper knowledge of elements and principles of design, we have to use the tools with proper knowledge. Find a brush that has a body or resistance to pressure with just enough give to suit your needs. When you buy a good brush, always treat it well, clean it after each use and stand it upright on its wooden base or lay it down on its sides so the tip will not become bent. So you have to give a full care that the tip doesn't bend down, because it will give a improper texture on your sheet or your color fashion illustration. So this was all about the fashion illustration tools. Next tools that we will be discussing, these are very important tools. These are fashion designing tools, which these are the tools which we use to create a full-fledged garment, full-fledged dress. So there are many tools, but we will be discussing some basic or important tools that one must have before creating a garment, creating a design. So fashion designing, as I have told, is creating clothing designs. Fashion designing is about clothes, garments or apparels. To create effective designs, a fashion designer should have ability to use fashion designing tools in a proper manner. There are lots of tools that can be used, like for drafting we have to use other tools, for measuring, for sewing, for finishing. So there are several tools used in fashion industry or fashion export houses in the process of garment construction or garment manufacturing. These fashion designing tools help to minimize mistakes, cut down the development time for creation of new designs. Suppose in earlier times we don't have machines, we just use needles. So as the tools are increasing or we are inventing new tools, so we are getting the garments finished in spare time, means we are getting the garments finished in very low time. So there are some most usable fashion design tools that we will be discussing in some next slides. So there are basically 24 designing tools, fashion designing tools that I will be discussing with you all. These are pair of scissors, card scissor, fabric shear scissor, lightweight scissors, tailor's chalk, tape measure, ruler, tracing wheel, seam ripper, dressmaker dummy, block pattern, French curve, hip curve, L square, sewing pins, pin cushion, pattern notcher, spot and cross pattern paper, plain pattern paper, pattern weights, cutting mat, threads, needles and sewing machines. So these are the list of 24 basic fashion designing tools kit. Earlier we have discussed about fashion sketching toolkit. Now we are on fashion designing toolkits. So the first tool is very basic, a fashion designer should carry. It is a pair of scissors. A fashion designer should have a pair of scissors to make cutting process easy. Now scissors are also of various types. We should have scissors for paper or cards, we should have different scissors for papers and cards, we should have different scissors for fabric. So card scissor is used to cut the cardboard designs to make sewing phase easier. This is basically used for in the process of paper pattern. So next scissor is fabric shear scissor. This type of scissor is little bit heavier than card scissor and mostly used to cut different types of fabric. This scissor is used to cut the fabrics. So this one is heavier than the card scissor. Lightweight scissor. Lightweight scissor, this type of scissor as you can see is light in weight and is used to cut clothing materials just like silk, lining or paper. So lightweight scissor is used when it comes to cut linings or very sheer fabric like silk or net, then we can use lightweight scissors. So the next tool is very basic and very fundamental tool, the tailor's chalk. You can see in the PPT image is shown of tailor's chalk. This chalk like material used to mark alteration points on fabric in dressmaking and tailoring. You must have visited a tailoring shop, you must have seen a tailor drawing lines on the piece of fabric with the help of chalk. So this is the same chalk, the tailor's chalk. The marks can be easily washed off when no longer needed. So it is not permanent. Next, very basic, again the tool is tape measure, or we can say measuring tape also. Tape measure is also known as measuring tape and used to measure distance. It is common measuring tool, flexible ruler which consists of a ribbon of cloth, metal strip, plastic or fiberglass with linear measurement markings. The front has a measurement of 150 centimeter and 60 inches on the other side. So this tool is used to take body measurements, round body measurements like round bust, round waist, round hip. So it is very essential tool that a fashion designer must carry with himself all the time while creating a garment. So the next tool is, this is also a very important tool, a ruler. This is used while creating a pattern. So a fashion designer must carry a ruler with him or her, a 12 inches ruler, either clear or solid. It is used to measure and draw straight seam and cutting lines. It also aids in connecting lines. So it is of same nature of like every basic ruler, of every 12 inches ruler. It is used in clothing construction or pattern making. Next tool is tracing wheel. There are two types of tracing wheel, those with a serrated edge and those with a smooth edge. So when tracing wheels are used in marking process only, so serrated edge is used in heavy fabric like cotton, heavy cotton or velvet. So the imprints can be transferred to the back and the front. If we are tracing the pattern of front, then the same markings can be drawn to the back pattern also. So when we are using some sheer fabric or very delicate fabric like silk, then we can't use serrated edge because it can tear the fabric. So we have to use soft and smooth edge tracing wheel. The serrated edge wheel produces dots on the fabric on the both side. The smooth edge wheel is best for delicate fabrics like I have said, and unlike the serrated edge will not pierce more delicate fabrics, the smooth edge wheel creates a solid line. Now the next tool is seam ripper. Seam ripper is basically used when we have done some incorrect seams, then we have to take it out from the garment, or if one can always not perfectly sew for the first time, then seam rippers are used when we have to take out the seams. Seam rippers are specially designed for ripping out stitches from seams, either as a result of an error or during alterations. They should be used carefully to prevent damage to the fabric. Next, we should have with us, if we are making garments, draping garments, or for the test fit, we have with us dressmaker dummy. In the PPT also you can see there are various sizes of dress dummy, dressmaker dummy. We can put the half stitch garment or the full stitch garment to test the fit according to the sizes. So these are the 3-dimensional models which is used to fit clothes on the dress form to judge how garment will look like after finishing, or how it will be appear on the body after draping. So designer easily can get an idea of fit of the style of the draping style with the help of these dressmaker dummy. So the next tool is in the fashion designing toolkit we have block patterns. As you can see in images, some block patterns are here of bodice block, front back, a sleeve pattern. So block patterns are the patterns which pattern master have already created on the cardboard or a piece of paper. So we can use them for the mass production. We don't have to always take the measurements, then do the drafting process, then the pattern making process. We can keep with us the basic block patterns of different sizes of size 8, size 6 or size 10 or size 12. Block pattern is form of pattern designing which is used for industrial purpose or for mass production. When we want garments in bulk production, then we have with us block patterns. It is a custom fitted basic pattern form which pattern for many different styles can be developed. These are the basics. So we can create some delicate design or the intricate design using these same block patterns only. So next is French curve. In the process of pattern making and drafting, we use French curve when it comes to shape neckline or your armhole. We have to give a blended touch to the armhole and the necklines. Then we use French curve. This is used to shape the depth of the neckline and armhole of the pattern. Next tool we have with us is hip curve. In the slide you can see the image of hip curve. As the name itself suggests, it gives the shaping to our hip areas. It is used in shaping hips, skirt hem lines and hip shape seam lines. When we are drawing or creating a pattern of skirt, then we use hip curve for the proper blending of both the sides. Now the next tool a fashion designer carry is a L square tool. The Taylor square or L is used to transfer measurements to the draft pattern. In the image you can see it is a L type of ruler or a scale on 90-degree angle. It also divides the garment into the desired measurements. It has perfect squares and it is useful in making straight lines and numbers. It can also function as a tape measure. It has some basic function same as a tape measure tools. It has two arms, as you can see in the figure. It has two perpendicular connected arms. The longer arm is 24 inches long and the shorter arm is 14 inches long. So this was L square. The next tool we have in fashion designing toolkit is sewing pins. In figure represented here you can see some pearl headed pins or the sewing pins. We can also say them awl pins and pearl headed pins. So as a professional fashion designer or sewer, you need some sewing pins, sewing needles in various sizes, which can be easily changed depending upon the weight of the fabrics that we use. If there are some lightweight fabric, we can use awl pins, and if we have some heavy weight like velvets, then we can use pearl headed pins. So before we use these pins so that the fabric don't slip away while stitching. So mostly experts tailors don't use these pins, but those who are learning, for them this is a very basic tool. They should use it so the seams come on the same side or the same area that you want in your garment. Pearl headed pins are perfect for sewing, easy to handle, pick, stick. So a magnetic pin holder can be used to manage and make the handling of these pins easier. So these are the sewing pins. Next, we should carry a pin cushion with us. Pin cushion is for handling pins on this. It is used to hold the straight pins and needles while working to prevent accidents. Accidents means it don't prick into your skin while applying safety pins or sewing pins on the garment. You should always carry a pin cushion so that you can tuck the pins inside it and some mishappening doesn't occur. Next tool is pattern notcher. As you can see in the image is a pattern notcher. It is used to mark notches on the fabric patterns. Next tool we have is spot and cross pattern paper. This pattern paper have marking dotted lines on 2 centimeter intervals. So this is used in making patterns very easily. Next tool is plain pattern paper. This is usually with a gloss finish to allow magic tape to come off without tearing. This is very light paper for using for commercial pattern placed underneath. Next tool is pattern weights. You can see in the slide the images are shown. These are the weights for holding patterns. Next is cutting mats. For on this surface we cut the paper patterns or the fabric patterns. The images is shown in the PPT. Next tool is thread. You can see the images of various colors of threads. These are used in assembling or sewing the garments. We have to use the same color thread of same fabric. Next is needles. As in the picture also you are seeing the various sizes of needles. So they come in various sizes of 7 to 10 for general hand sewing. And the last tool of fashion designing toolkit is very important, without which we can't stitch any garment, is sewing machine. We should have a basic sewing machine that every designer must have for stitching the garment. So these were the basic tools of fashion sketching art and fashion designing toolkit. So I think you all must have gathered the knowledge about the design tools which are used in fashion or fashion industry. This was all about the topic. Thank you so much.
सुभारिती